I'm still undecided if I want to pull for Emperor Hulkling, but if you decide you are and you end up getting Nimrod, people don't really hype up the card, but honestly it unlocks some new decks and it's a really fun way to play, so here is my favorite Nimrod deck. So usually people play this Phoenix Force deck and have Nimrod as the secondary backup option. And it's a great deck, but I don't want Nimrod to be a backup. I want Nimrod to be the main course. Like, it's a cool card. It's the ultimate Shan counter, it gets into hard to reach spots, and there's just this dopamine hit when you play big combos. So this deck has no movement, just destroy aspects, and Nico can do cool things like give Nimrod +2 or fix a bad location, but mainly she's here just to destroy X-23 and to draw 2 cards. Carnage, Venom, and Deathlock are all here just to destroy Nimrod, and Nimrod by itself usually can't win games. So ideally, you have Shuri on turn 4, then you play Nimrod, and then you blow up Nimrod a bunch of times, just spreading that 12 power everywhere. So you need to draw Shuri and Nimrod for this deck to pop off. How do we better do that? One option is Magic. It gives you an extra turn to draw and more time to blow up the Nimrod. The second option is Iron Lad. I'm usually playing him when I'm looking for Shuri or looking for Nimrod and they're still in my deck, but he can also be helpful in games where you have Magic up and you need to destroy your Nimrod 1 or 2 more times and your destroy cards are in your deck. Lastly, Null gets big with Nimrod getting destroyed so much and is just a solid inclusion. Know what else is an inclusion that I love? It's actually Destroyer, and it's rare he makes any deck lists, but Destroyer is really helpful if you're getting clogged out by your opponent and your Nimrod lane's clogged, or even if they try to Cosmo your lane. Also, in the higher parts of the ladder, I've been running into a lot of Eliath, and Destroyer is a good option for that matchup as well. And along with all that, he's just a big body himself. So let's talk substitutions. What's cool about this Nimrod deck is if you have Nimrod, it's pretty free to play friendly. X-23, Nico, and Grandmaster are all luxury picks in this deck, Nico probably being the best of the 3, but some replacements could be Nova, Yondu, Forge, or Wolverine. For Null, you could sub in Death pretty seamlessly. And also, just a side note, if you hate playing Destroyer or maybe need something for Iron Lad, I think Zola could be a really good fit here too, especially with the Null. But that's the deck list. I've been playing this deck for probably the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 seasons. One of those seasons I actually climbed to Infinite with it. So I hope you enjoy this deck, and if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. But here are some of the games I gotta play with this deck. We are taking our talents to Conquest today, trying to get through some gold tickets before end of the season. First gamer we run into is a Helicarrier player, which is nice to see that the card is getting play again. But we have the ideal line, so we end up snapping. We Magic and then Shuri, and eventually we get to lay down our Nimrod. But they throw a wrench into the plan and they play Super Giant, so I'm just going to go ahead and drop Iron Lad and Grandmaster for now. And right away, first game, here is how it plays out. Yeah, that was closer than I expected. I definitely misplayed the Grandmaster, but after a bit of back and forth, we are on to the final round. And we get Sanctum Sanctorum, which is huge for us. He sets up his collector. He Moon Knights my Carnage, rest in peace. But I drop Iron Lad, hoping for Shuri, and I end up hitting Nico. But Lad is still able to give my Nimrod +2, so honestly, it was a pretty solid play. Then the next turn, he Modocs, and he drops in Proxima, Grand Central pulls his APOC, and Grand Central pulls my Nico. So the game is looking a little bit concerning now. Then last turn, all he has left in his hand is Blade. So I can Venom my stack of cards on Xandar, and just send my Nimrod back with Deathlock, which with an underwhelming turn 4 and 5, we still get the dub. Next game, we are against Stuffed Chimichanga, and we start off with Magic. Then we get to Shuri into Nimrod as well, so the ideal line has been activated. He Lads, and he gets his Ravona with just a superior Iron Lad variant than my base art, and I'm guessing at this point he's a Tribunal list. So although we hit the ideal line, we still gotta go big. We eat it all up with Venom, then our symbiote friend Carnage sends it back over, and he is setting up an Iron Man into a Mystique, and he is gonna get pretty big as well. And then the last turn, I drop Grandmaster, which lets Venom do his thing again, and holy, he is big and he's holding down the fort in the mid lane. And then we drop our Null, and they have the Tribunal, and for a last resort, he drops down Jubilee, and that's just not going to be enough. 21 in each lane is super solid, but we have 28, 47, and 88, which is just insane, so he's out of here. Now on to our last game, at least of the video, where we play against an Arishem gamer. And this feels like the ultimate test of, is this deck solid or not? So turn 4, I get hit with not only Sandman, but I get hit with Eliath. So I'm in hell with Nimrod at the bottom of my deck, so I'm just putting down a big destroyer. And he plays leader for one of the most satisfying plays I could ask for. And of course, he's not thrilled, and he's out of here for 1 cube. The next round, I'm trying to set all my stuff up, and he Legions on turn 6, which turns off my Limbo and gives him a 4 cube win. Now, I'm able to Magic into my Shuri again, but I have a big lack of Nimrod against him. So, making a prediction here, I don't Iron Lad going for the Nimrod. I actually Destroyer, and I was right. But we still have a lot of work to do to close this game out. Our turn 6 is pretty anticlimactic, and on 7, we drop Venom into the Destroyer lane, praying for no Shang-Chi, and then we drop Null right. And luckily his Loki works against him, and he's got nothing for us, which is one of the reasons I love this deck, especially in a Loki-dominated meta. Going into the final round, he gifts me his Wong, probably trying to clog my hand so I don't get the key pieces I need, but we have them, and we Magic. He drops down a Vision, I play his Wong, then I'm able to play Shuri into his Wong, and then the Nimrod after that, and holy, 24 power Nimrod is about to go hard. He did get my Null down, so we aren't winning Vibranium Mines, and here is how the final turn plays out. And yeah, that hit different. Only if I had Wong every game. But I've always had a lot of fun playing this deck, and hopefully if you're getting the card or just want a change of pace in your games, this deck can offer just that. But I've been trying to hit 1,000 subs on YouTube to get into the Marvel Snap Creator Program. So if you want to help me out with that, I'd love it if you left a like, comment, or subscribe. But that's all for me. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!